Let's talk about
Thanks,
the
brother.
NFL and the Rams. So they win the Super Bowl. They make the big trade. They say F the picks. They sign
those
everybody
picks.
to big money, right? And
Yep.
then last year was a total disaster, like the worst season ever for a defending champ. Like they were just awful. There were some
Typical.
injuries, but they just didn't play well. But now, there's talk about dismantling the team,
Sure.
getting rid of people, and the big name out there is Jalen Ramsey. Okay, so they're saying that the Pro Bowl corner is going to be moved in the next couple of weeks. They're tweaking and retooling their roster after they were 5-12 last year, and the 28-year-old cornerback is believed to likely be dealt within the coming weeks. He's a 6-time Pro Bowler, 3-time first-team All-Pro. Ramsey, of course, is a playmaker, a leader, culture changer kind of guy.
Sure.
He signed a 5-year, $105 million extension back in 2020 with a base of $17 million. He still has 3 years left on that contract, but they don't want to pay it anymore. I don't think they feel like this team, the Rams, are worth having a guy of that ilk and that much money. But let me just give you this and then let you jump in. Here are the couple teams that they say that he could wind up going to: the Lions, the Giants, Jacksonville, or Baltimore. Those are the top four. So first, let me hear your take. And here's the part that I really want to hear from our listeners. If they do start to dismantle the team and get rid of the star players or whatever, are you cool with it because they completed the mission, which was to win a Super Bowl? They got their Super Bowl. Now they could say, well, we'll, retool, we'll start over, we'll bring some young guys in who are cheaper. Or if you're a fan, would you be mad that they won and aren't interested in winning again or keeping the team together? That's my question.
Sure. Well, that depends on if I was a fan of the team, right? If I'm not
just saying fans in general, not just, the Rams fans I'm asking, but if your team was like the Rams, they went and put together a star-studded roster, didn't care about money, didn't care about picks, and then they won the Super Bowl.
Right. That happens most of the time, right? Like, again, the Patriots are the exception, but Jalen Ramsey was one of the best shutdown corners in the game. He left Jacksonville, went to L.A., helped them win the Super Bowl, got his money. He did his job. The Rams won the Super Bowl. Nobody thought they would win the Super Bowl. They aren't doing anything different than most teams do. When franchises spend a lot of money and say F those picks like the Rams did after the Super Bowl, it's all downhill. You unload, especially when you're in a market like LA where they're not going to kill you if you don't win. Like that Super Bowl the Rams won should last them about 10 years in the fans before they start complaining about a winner again. When a team has no history of winning, let's be honest, different strokes for different folks, different rules for different teams, different rules for different players, right? So the Rams, like, what we do? They won the Super Bowl. They never did before, right? So when a team has no history of winning, everything falls into place. From you're paying for Matt Stafford to basically be a rental. Let's be honest, for a couple of years. You get OBJ late. You got Aaron Donald. You have all these great plays. Everything was perfect. They aren't going to keep breaking the bank to win, especially they're not the Patriots. They're not the Steelers. Anybody that people expect to win every year. It's time to recoup the money, baby. Business is a hustle.
Yeah, but my pushback would be, wait a minute. I bought Rams season tickets.
Okay.
I'm a fan. You can't just throw any piece of product out there and ask me to pay top dollar. And they won a Super Bowl. And why can't they keep the team together? If it was good enough to do for 1 year, why can't you do it for year 2 or year 3 and keep the team together? It's not like they're not making money. They're making money hand over fist.
It's still financial.
At that new stadium.
It's still financial. Look at the deal they gave Stafford. This is not regular business for teams that usually don't win consistently. They gave all that money to Stafford. They signed OBJ late. I think they read up with Donald, right? Like There's money to pay, and now they have these $100 million contracts. No, they're looking at the landscape of the league over the next couple of years. They don't have it. They're like, no,
But
that
what
was
about
our
the fan? What about the fan who's invested time and energy?
I don't
They
know.
became
Rob.
a Rams fan when they moved back.
You're
right,
like the only guy that brings up the fans when we're talking business. One has
because
nothing
the
to do with
fans
the other
pay.
anymore.
The fans pay. They pay for season tickets. They pay
get it.
$100 to park. Like, what about the product? That's what I'm trying to get at.
F them fans.
Nah,
F those
I'm
picks.
not with that.
That's what the Rams. That's what the Rams walk around saying. F those picks meant we don't care about the future. We're going to give you this one Super Bowl now. Don't bother us because after we spent this money on this high profile talent and we've gotten you your Super Bowl, we're going to scale back. As we've seen, and the thing is, I agree with you, Rob, as far as what about the fans. But as we've seen in baseball, football, not really basketball, mostly baseball and football, after a team wins, that's not consistently a team that spends big money on players, that is in contention for a championship or going deep in the playoffs every year, they're going to rebuild because they can't possibly continue to spend at this level. And once they actually achieved it.
It ain't like it's okay, they did it for 5 years and then they threw in the towel.
Nope.
They only did it. They won the Super Bowl. Then last year was 5-12, and now they're bailing. Like they didn't even give it. Can they have a bounce back? Like Matthew Stafford was hurt last year.
Right.
Why would you be getting rid of? You're getting him back. Aaron Donald was hurt last year. You're getting him back. Why would you give up some of your star players when you're getting some of your talent back that didn't play last year?
Because you're still getting paid off the Super Bowl that you won. The tickets are sold out, right? Probably for the next 3-4 years. Your money's good. Now it's time to start recouping. Not still spending. We spent and we won a Super Bowl. That doesn't happen, right? It's so crazy in the NFL. Let's put the Patriots aside for a minute, okay? Because they're like aberrations and, the whole Brady Belichick thing. Let's put that. Look at all the other teams in the NFL, right? It's so hard to win a Super Bowl. God forbid, two. And once you win one, most teams financially spent a lot of money to put themselves in a position to win that Super Bowl. And that's the reason why they spend this money to win, right? So once you win, you make a business decision, right? We're not the Giants. We're not the Steelers. We're not the Patriots. We don't have this long-standing history.
They're in the second biggest TV market in the country, and they can't be penny pinching. We want to hear from you. 877-99 on Fox. This is not Jacksonville. This is Los Angeles. 877 996 6369. Where are you on this? If your team won a Super Bowl and then they start to dismantle the team to save money, would you be cool with that because you got your Super Bowl, you're happy, and you don't care what happens after that? Or would you be bummed and mad that they're not keeping the team in place to try to win again? Is one championship good and you could check out? Or would you be bummed out that you're paying money and don't seem to be the same way as far as being interested in you winning? Again, let's go to Rick in Fort Lauderdale. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Good evening, gentlemen. How you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Good,
Hey,
Rob. I heard you've been covering the NBA so long. You hung out with Wilt when he was doing the 21,000 women.
I was just trying to get leftovers.
No, tell the truth.
Yeah, you were his wingman.
That's
Rob
right.
gave him the gift bag on the way out.
That's right.
Yeah.
I handed the gift bags, right.
Rob, I have no issue whatsoever with what the Rams did because they even gave it another shot the following, this season. It didn't work out.
But
I'm a diehard Dolphins fan.
But is it fair? Stafford was hurt. Aaron Donald was hurt. Was that really a fair try at it?
Well,
Life isn't fair.
You can't, injuries are part of sports. But here's what I want to get to, Rob. I'm a diehard Dolphins fan, and I'm a diehard Knicks fan. 1973, that's what the Knicks and Dolphins have in common. I've been waiting 50 years. I was 10 years old the last time the Knicks and Dolphins won a championship. You think I care if they dismantle it after winning one Super Bowl or one NBA championship? Heck no. If the Knicks have to get AD next year, if he's on the trading block and give up future picks, I don't care. If the Dolphins have to give up future picks for Aaron Rodgers to win a Super Bowl, I don't care. I want to see my team win a championship. And
Okay.
going back to your first topic earlier this evening, Rob, as a hard-paying customer of when I go to sports, I could deal with injuries. What I cannot.
Did we lose you, Rick? We lost him.
Okay,
All right.
you want to go to the next call, Rob?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go to Jake in L.A. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What you got?
How's it going, guys? Hey, I
Thanks.
wanted to bring
Good.
up with concern to Ramsey. I think with the offensive line for the Rams is really bad. That led to Stafford's injury. I don't think they're actually throwing in the towel. I mean, take that money, move it around. We still got Kupp, we got Donald, Stafford coming back. I mean, I think the Rams are a good bounce back team this year, if anything.
So, but all right.
I agree with that. That's what I was thinking
they
as well.
also, you don't have to. They were able to put together money. I'm just saying, they've worked around the cap, and you can do that if you want to keep your team intact. You just got to pay a tax on it or whatever. So now they're looking for ways to kind of skirt that where they didn't care about money. Is my point, Jake? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
I think for Ramsey's skill set, I watch a lot of Rams games. There's times Ramsey got burned, man, and nobody
For
brings
sure.
it up. They just give him a pass.
Definitely a player. He's definitely declining from his elite status, and I think that has played in a part in how they want to approach this as well. He's obviously declined a little bit. He still makes big plays, but you've seen it decline with Ramsey, so I agree
Okay.
with
Yes,
that,
sir.
Jake.
thanks, Jake. Appreciate the call. 877-99 on Fox.
Dre, let's go. Dre in Michigan, you're on The Odd Couple on Fox Sports Radio. What's up, buddy?
What's up, my good peoples?
Good,
What's
good.
up, Dre?
Hey, first and foremost, got to congratulate both of you guys on your partnership with MLB. You know what I'm saying? Good job, fellas.
Thank
Thank
you.
You know, I'm going to tell you how good of a job y'all do, man. I don't watch baseball. I might watch the seventh game of the World Series every 2 or 3 years. And I found myself in a conversation with a guy. We was talking about an hour about baseball. And all I was doing was regurgitating what I heard from Foul and Fair and what Chris and Rob talk about on the daily basis.
There you go, my man.
And I
We
was
love
able
it.
to pass it. You know?
Yes,
So
yes.
when you can take somebody that's not even interested and make it, be able to talk about it, y'all doing a great job.
Thank you,
But
buddy.
when it comes to this topic today, if the Lions win the Super Bowl, they can trade me. I don't care. Me and my family will pick up. We'll move
So
to
you're
Green Bay,
good.
wherever they want to send
One championship, and then you could care less what happens to the team.
Dude, that dude was complaining about 73. We talking about 57 for the Lions. Okay,
See?
54. What was it, Rob? Yes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. I
one
mean, they
thing.
only have
Football's
one.
different.
No, they have one playoff win since 1957.
Yeah, football's
1957.
different.
Exactly. If they get us to the Super Bowl, I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they can
Okay.
trade me and my family. Yep.
I just wonder about the people who are buying tickets and whatnot when you start to scale back and not give yourself. I think you want to try to win if you have a squad together. Aaron Donald's not going anywhere. You still got Stafford for a couple more years. The NFC's not like a gangbuster.
Tell the Cardinals and the Saints that, Rob. Tell
You
the
know,
Cardinals and the
like
Saints and the Bengals and tell them that. Tell their fans that.
I just don't
None
know.
of them will agree with you. They'll say
Yeah.
we'll trade our firstborn for a Super Bowl today.
But that mentality, I get it. If you're mentioning the teams that never win, so of course they're gonna love one championship. But the roster that the Rams have still has star players. I'm just saying, why would you not hold it together and give it another run? Last year there were injuries, and just say, I get it. We're gonna pay whatever it is to keep this team together another year and give us another shot. That's all I'm saying. 877-99 on Fox.
Andrew in Waco, you're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Robin the Gambler, what's up?
So I think I called the other night. Did I? Same person.
You might have.
I just want
What's
to
up?
say, with the Rams, is it similar to what Philly's doing? Did the Rams try to do what Philly did and build up a lineup and couldn't maintain a quarterback? Or
No, their quarterback is there. He's just hurt.
He just got hurt last year, so he didn't play. He'll be back this season.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Donald missed the end of the season, right? Remember they shut him down.
Sure.
Thanks for the call, Andrew. Let's squeeze one more in.
All right, let's squeeze one in. Otis in Lancaster, you are on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What you got, buddy?
Hey, now I disagree with Rob. Stick with baseball, Rob. I'm a Rams season ticket holder. You talking about getting the team? All we got rid of was Bobby Wagner, and they talk about Jalen Ramsey. We haven't gutted nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing
but I'm
because
saying
I
you're
was-
giving a guy a generational talent, a guy, and I get it.
In a
I'll say
passing league.
He had
In
a
a
bad
passing
year in a
league.
passing league. You're giving up a guy like that. For what reason? I don't understand other than money. They've been throwing around money left and right. Why all of a sudden is now that money's an issue? That's what I'm asking.
Okay, Rob, he started to decline. With that pick, the picks we get from Rams, we can probably pick up a better cornerback than he is right now because he's declining. I'm a season ticket holder. So for the Rams to win the Super Bowl last year, it was one of the greatest years of my life. So you don't understand I'm a Rams season ticket holder, so you're talking to a guy who got season tickets. And I love what they're trying to do and what they're going to do.
What are they trying? Tell me what they're trying to do. What are they trying? What's the game plan?
Because the quarterback only got a couple good years
Yeah,
left.
what's the game
so.
plan? That's what I want to know.
We're giving up Ramsey. We get some draft picks, even though we said after those picks, we're going to get some decent picks.
See, this is what I'm saying, right? This is totally different from what they've done.
Right, yeah.
That's why I'm not with it because
that's why it's
it
about
was
the money,
about after
Rob.
picks. It's about winning now. Aaron Donald's still there. Stafford's still there. You got Cooper Kupp. Why would you weaken the team at all? I wouldn't weaken the team. That's my point.
What are we gutting, Rob? Besides
you're gutting a guy who's a three-time All-Pro in a passing league. Does that make sense?
We'll be back. Rob, I'll call you after the season. You tell me how the Rams did, okay?
No, y'all
okay.
I
well,
agree,
they were
but y'all
5-12 this year. We will.
Y'all will
well,
not
we
be
understand
back.
that injuries took a toll on the teams. Injuries took a toll on the team. We all understand that, Rob. I'll call you after the season. I bet you the Rams to be 10 wins or more.
The Rams
are they going to win the Super Bowl?
Another Super Bowl this decade. Okay?
Stop it. They're not going to win another Super Bowl.
They're not.